Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and I do greatly appreciate that. And of course, if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way possible, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. So with all of that in mind, I do just want to talk to you guys real quick about, of course, the price. We have been skyrocketing in value. I told you guys with Bitcoin and Ethereum, we've been kind of just trading sideways a little bit. But QNT has not been. In fact, QNT has been making some major moves throughout this market, jumping from like 72 to 58 in market cap. And when we're talking about the percentage gains here, almost up 10% on the 24-hour span, up almost, well, actually, we just jumped again, 11.34%, 38.24% on the 7-day span. Massive amounts of volume are flowing in, the most amount of volume that we've seen in a very long time. Of course, this is like a perfect altcoin that I told you guys to get into on this dip. It was an incredible opportunity down at like 88 cents, $88, almost $90 exact. It was a perfect opportunity, and we're going to be talking about why exactly it was a perfect opportunity and why I do believe that QNT is going to have an incredible year ahead. Holders tab continuing to grow and grow in numbers. Very good to see, very incredible to see as well. But let's talk about the overall price chart. So first off, here's the USDT price chart. Now I do know that we are utilizing a reverse Fibonacci scale. I understand it's not the typical thing, but it has been working fairly good for us. And honestly, when we're talking about this fib level, it's actually a pretty significant thing to really kind of acknowledge that we are hitting resistance at about $144, which is labeled here at the 702. We are kind of finding some support, which I believe is fairly good at around the 786 point, which is at $110 range, which I told you guys about in my past few videos, saying, we're not going to see any incredible price movement until we break over $110, and we finally seen that. But look at the volume down here. This is the thing that is really acknowledging to me. Most amount of volume since July of 2021. This is huge. Okay? We need a little bit more just to push us above that $144 level. That's my pretty much next major point to wait for on the price, chart. And of course, from there, it kind of continues up. And then, after $178, it's like pretty much free skies, if you will. Of course, there's a little bit of resistance up here at about $205, which I've acknowledged in the past. But in general, when we are talking about the overall price appreciation from QNT, I think it's going to get very interesting very fast here soon. RSI is almost at 50 exact, which is very good. We're still in around this demand zone going as far back as like September. I do want us to see, some more price appreciation and also RSI strength similar to this like summer run. Of course, I think that this is going to happen here shortly, though. But I am very excited for also the QNT Bitcoin pair. For those that don't like to look at the Bitcoin pair, I also had a demand zone here as well. More so specifically talking about the demand zones going back as far as July and August. RSI strength here, incredible. Again, in terms of volume, we are seeing some. It's nothing too crazy overall. Of course, on some other pairs, like for example, on the Binance one, volume going absolutely crazy on the Bitcoin pair. It is just different on a few exchanges. You got to really kind of look around, but for the most part, this is great to see. And of course, in terms of the percentage fractals that we have seen gained already on QNT from those lows, so I had this demand zone pretty much set for a few days, even before we dropped down to these levels, $73.51 to $100.81. Say ever so you bought around the support zone, which was pretty much a range on at around like $93. You're looking at already a 37% run up in price. To the resistance point, it's about 56%. And of course, to the all-time high up here, you're looking at 362% of an increase in price, almost a 4x. That is incredible to see. I want you to all understand that, guys, this is an incredible opportunity that we have right in front of our eyes. Why? Well, let's look at things. So first off, we go back to the cryptocurrency, homepage, and we go to, the categories. Okay, a lot of these categories have incredible amounts of value behind them. For example, we look at the Internet of Things, social money, communications and social media. A lot of these don't have an incredible market cap overall. You can pretty much see what has the highest dominance factors here. Of course, a lot of these are portfolio grades, but I want you to all look at the other things that are not portfolio grades, like stablecoins, DeFi, Web 3.0. Like things like this are incredible to acknowledge because guess what? A lot of these major categories within this market that are doing incredibly well for what they are really kind of focused on, especially even social money and stuff like that. Like I know that they're at a small market cap figuration, but like the Internet of Things, for example, right? We know that interoperability is a very big key of the puzzle for Internet of Things. We know this. We understand how massive that market's going to be if we could solve the interoperability problem within it, which of course we already are. Stablecoins, of course, being huge as well. Stablecoin adoption is growing in terms of CBDCs and even banks. Again, they won't be able to transact that data without interoperability layers. And the reason why I bring this up is because we do see here, Mark knows, this is coming from Mark Zuckerberg, the metaverse will be built by creators and developers, it will be interoperable, and it will touch many different parts of the economy. And of course, in terms of the metaverse scene, we know that it has been gaining some traction around the world with major corporations moving in on it. And of course, if you do look at the metaverse market capitalization here, $24.7 billion. Trading volume is up a little bit, nothing too crazy, but like I said, pay attention to these markets that need, and I say need, interoperability because they will go nowhere in terms of, appreciating in market cap without interoperability layers. Now, I do also want to talk to you guys about the giant elephant in the room, which is PayUK. Guys, I want you to all understand that PayUK is a huge part of the puzzle. As a guarantor, Quant is helping We Are Pay UK realize its vision to create a better payments world for all of us and enable a vibrant UK economy. If you guys don't know what a guarantor, I'm hoping that I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how you pronounce it. But their primary role is to hold our board to account for the continuing fulfillment of the company's vision. And of course, there's currently 40 of them. Quant, we don't know what Quant's main, point is behind this. In my opinion, it's most likely something with interoperability. Because if you guys don't know who PayUK actually is, here's their overall, breakdown. So first off, they're a giant in the payments industry over in the UK. We all buy and sell goods and products offline and online, pay and receive salaries, pensions and benefits, settle bills and invoices, give and receive gifts, and so much more. We want all those things to be simple, straightforward, and secure, and that's where PayUK comes in. So exactly, what they are doing is pretty much just disrupting the payment scene. And of course, they have been doing an incredible job lately. In 2020, they processed 9.5 billion transactions worth 7.2 trillion pounds. That is massive. For those who don't know, for those that don't know what 7.2 trillion pounds to US dollar would be, it's essentially, I think it's like around the figuration of like $9.8 trillion. Okay, so when we're talking about that figuration, this is a $10 trillion settlement company already. This includes 2.9 billion faster payments, 4.5 billion direct debits, and 188 million checks, underlining our role as the UK's leading retail payments authority. They also helped 700,000 consumers and businesses switch their current account last year, and since its rollout in 2013, has moved 7 million accounts as of December 2020. Like, this is a huge company, okay? And here's Quant getting comfy with them, pretty much being the interoperability layer for them. In my opinion, this is easily the idea of, them pretty much becoming a major key role in the payment settlement industry. Because of course, if you guys don't know, we operate the UK's national retail payment systems, BACS, including direct debit, faster payment, and image clearing system, the digital way to process checks. So they are a huge part of what the UK is utilizing for payments and settlement in general. So guys, pay attention to these companies. They are huge. I want you to all understand the scale of just one of these use cases alone, or companies in general that connect with Quant. And of course, India to introduce a CBDC by the end of March of 2023. Also, a tax crypto profits 30%. Yeah, so CBDCs are going to continue to launch in terms of adoption, in terms of popularity. In my mind, when we are talking about CBDCs, again, they are going to be similar to the metaverse, similar to anything else in this market that we are talking about on a day-to-day basis. They need interoperability. They need it. It is a key and vital thing for these major, use cases, including CBDCs. CBDCs, in my mind, are probably one of the most important things to have, interoperability. So in my mind, when we are talking about all of these major, areas around the world moving in on interoperability layers, or not interoperability layers, sorry, CBDCs and things like that, they are going to need these interoperability layers, and QNT is becoming the main choice for this. And of course, we are seeing the narrative being switched. Despite sell-offs after, the afternoon, Quant managed to evade the red wave, climbing by as much as 20% during the session. And of course, Quant clapping their hands all over CBDC announcements recently. One of the few cryptos happy with all this government action. Honestly, these people that don't think that like these CBDCs and these major innovations to the payment industry aren't good. I understand that a lot of people are kind of worried about CBDCs being like a huge, pretty much privacy concern, and they're going to be watching every single payment that you make, this and that. Like, they already said that in terms of CBDCs, they don't care if you're buying a $2 water, or $3 this, $5 that, $100 this. They care about transactions worth like $10,000 plus. So honestly, when we're talking about CBDCs, I don't really think that they're going to be that big of a main concern in terms of privacy or anything like that. I honestly think that when we are talking about QNT, though, it doesn't really matter in terms of what CBDCs will pretty much become. By that point, QNT will already have had all of its massive amounts of price appreciation. Of course, it's going to continue to thrive, but in my mind, I'm holding crypto because I know what crypto is going to become. Crypto is pretty much being the leading racehorse behind CBDCs and stablecoin adoption and DeFi in general. Like, we are pretty much the biggest piece of the puzzle, I would say, so far. And crypto is going to continue to be that because the technology behind this is limitless, especially QNT. Like, Quant is doing incredibly well for themselves. I know that I kind of say QNT all the time, even though I mean Quant, and I do apologize for that. But QNT also is a big reliant factor for Quant in general. So I'm very excited for the future of Quant as a network, as a company, but also QNT as their main, pretty much fuel for the network. Because honestly, without QNT, the network really wouldn't be as big as it actually is so far. So with all that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are. And this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.